Good morning, Junior 4. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Okay, today we'll take a new grammar lesson, which is the past simple tense. What is the meaning of past simple tense? I use it to talk about something happened and finished in the past. Okay, so I use the past simple to talk about something happened and finished. For example, they played football yesterday. She danced in the party. He studied his lessons last night. Okay. Here, what did you notice? When we use the past simple tense, we add ed, d, or ied to most of the verbs. So, here in the first example, they played football yesterday. Where is the verb? The verb is played. Okay, what do we add to the verb? We add to the verb ed. Why? Because it's in the past. Okay. Number 2, she danced in the party. Here, where is the verb? The verb is danced. What do we add to the verb? I add d. I add just d because the verb ends with e, so I can't add ed, so I add just d. Okay, he studied his lessons last night. What do we do to the verb? The verb is studied. Here, I replace the y with I. Okay, so I cancel y and put I-E-D because the letter before the y is consonant. Okay, this is for the positive form. For the negative form, here in the negative form, in the past tense, we use didn't. We use didn't. And after didn't, we put the verb in the infinitive form. What is the meaning of infinitive form? The verb as it is, the first form of the verb, or the verb without any additions. So, the negative form, I use didn't. And before didn't, the verb comes in the infinitive. For example, they didn't play football yesterday. Okay, here I use what? I use didn't plus the verb in the infinitive, the verb as it is. Okay, so number 2, she didn't dance in the party. What do I use? In the negative form, I use didn't plus the verb in the infinitive form. Okay, he didn't study his lessons last night. Didn't also plus the verb in the infinitive. This is for the negative form of the past simple. Okay. What here we have in the question form? We have 2 points of the question. We have WH question and we have yes or no questions. In the WH questions, I put the question word, for example, what or why or how or where. And after the question word, I put did. And I complete my sentence as it is. Okay. In the yes or no questions, I use did. I use just did and I complete my sentence. And also don't forget to put the verb in the infinitive form. Okay, what is the meaning of infinitive? The verb as it is, the first form of the verb. For example here, what did they play yesterday? Here the WH question. And it starts with what? After the question word, I put here did and I complete my sentence as it is. And don't forget that I put the verb in the infinitive form. In yes or no question, did they play yesterday? Here I will answer with yes, they did, or no, they didn't. Okay, this is for the past simple. Okay, here. Let's begin practicing. Fill in the blanks with simple past tense. Number 1, My uncle does visit us this weekend. Okay, here the verb is visit. I will turn all the verbs that are between brackets into the simple past form. Here, visit. What is the past of visit? I will add what? I will add ed to the verb. So, visit will become what? Will become visited. Okay, I will write here visited. So here I write visited, so it will be my uncle visited us this weekend. Number 2. I does listen to music with my friends. Okay, I will turn the verb listen to the past. So what will I add? I will add ed to the verb. So listen will become listened. It will be listened. I listen to music with my friends. Number 3. We does study hard for exam. So we does answer all the questions. Here we have 2 verbs, study and answer. The first verb I will turn it into the past. How? Here study is a verb ends with y. And before y a consonant letter. So I will replace y, I will cross y and add ied to the verb. So it will be studied. I will add ied. I will cross y and add ied to the verb. We studied hard for the exam. So we answer all the questions. Here I will turn the verb answer into the past simple. I will add ed to the verb. So answer will become answered. So we answered all the questions. Okay, number 4. Here we have a question. Does you finish your homework? Okay. In the question, this is a yes or no question. So in yes or no question in the past simple, I use what? I use did. So first I will write did. Did you finish? Here, Junior 4, can I write? Did you finish your homework? Can I add ed to the verb? No. I will put the verb in the infinitive form of the verb. The verb as it is. The verb as it is. Why? Because I use did in the question. So here I will put the verb as it is. I will write finish. Did you finish your homework? No, I didn't. Okay, number 5. I does wait for the school bus. Okay, we have here to turn the verb wait into the past simple. So I will add ed to the verb. It will be waited. I waited for the school bus. But it not come. Here I will use the negative form of the past simple. What will I use in the negative form of the past simple? As we have said, I will use didn't. Very good. So it didn't. And after didn't, the verb comes in the infinitive. I will write it as it is, didn't come. So I waited for the school bus, but it didn't come. Number 6. Karen asked for help to finish her homework. Also, I will turn the verb into past. I will add ed, so it will be asked. Karen asked for help to finish her homework. And again, we have a question. In the question, I use did. Yes, very good. Did you invite? I will put the verb as it is. Very good. Did you invite them to your party last week? Okay. So far, so good. Let's go to the next page. And here give short answers to the questions. Here, examples for yes or no questions. Okay. In the first time, we will answer with yes, and in the second time, we will answer with no. One for positive, and the second is for negative. Okay, here the first one. Did you close the door? If it's yes, the positive, I will write what? Yes. I, of course, you become I. Yes. I did. And if it's negative form, so I will begin with no, and I will write the negative form. No, I didn't. Okay. The same in number 2. Did your father wash the car? Of course, I will use he for your father. So here in the positive one, I will begin with yes. He did. And if it is in the negative form, of course, I will begin with no. He didn't. Okay. Also for number 3, did Martha tidy her room? If it's yes, of course, Martha is a girl, so I will use instead the pronoun she. So I will write yes, she did. And if it is in the negative form, I will write no, she didn't. Okay. Did your mother prepare the dinner? If it's yes, of course I will use she, and instead of your mother, we'll write yes, she did. If it is in the negative form, I will write no, she didn't. Okay. The last one. Did the cleaner finish cleaning? Of course, here I can use he or she. The two are right. If it is in the positive form, also I will write yes. She did. Or if it is in the negative form, I will write no, she didn't. Okay. I think it's very easy till now. Okay, here we will turn those sentences into negative. Remember Junior 4, I said in the negative form of the past simple I use didn't, and after didn't the verb becomes in the infinitive. Okay, let's read number 1. Claire played tennis last week. Claire played tennis last week. Okay, first we have to limit the verb. Where is the verb? The verb is played. The verb is played. So I will write Claire. Okay, here I will put didn't before the verb. So we have said that played the verb, so I will write didn't. And after didn't, the verb becomes in the, yes, very good, infinitive. The verb without any additions. The verb as it is. So I will write didn't play tennis last weekend. Okay. So what did I do in this sentence? I turn it into negative in the past form. I put didn't before the verb and I put the verb in the infinitive form. This is for number 1. Number 2. David washed his car. Where is the verb? The verb is washed. So I will write David. I put what? Very good, didn't. Didn't wash the car. Wash the car. I put didn't and I put the verb as it is in the infinitive form. His car. Okay. Number 3. Kate finished her homework. Where is the verb? The verb is finished. So I will write Kate. I will put what before the verb? Didn't. Didn't finish her homework. Okay. Number 4. All the students answered the questions. All the students answered the questions. Where the verb? The verb is answered. Okay, I will write all the students, and I will put didn't answer the questions. Okay. Okay. Coming for number 5, Maria waited for the bus. Okay. Here I put didn't before the verb and I put the verb in the infinitive form. So it will be Maria didn't wait for the bus. Number 6, Elisa called Sue to go out. So also, as we have done before, I put didn't before the verb and I put the verb in the infinitive form. So it will be Elisa didn't call Sue to go out. Number 7, John watched TV. So it will be John didn't watch TV. This is for the negative form of the past simple. Here we come to the irregular verbs. What is the meaning of irregular verbs? We have said before that I add d, ed, ied to most of the verbs, okay? But there are some verbs, all the verb change, all the verb must change, completely change it. How? Here we have the verb like go. The past of the verb go is went. Did I add d? Did I add ed? Did I add ied? No. The verb is completely changed. The verb is completely changed. Like the verb become. The past of the verb become is became. Okay? The verb itself completely changed. Here we have another examples like the verb buy. The past of buy is bought. Okay? For example, cut. The past of cut, the verb will be as it is, it will be cut. The past of do is did. The past of eat is ate. So the verb totally changed. Okay, like the verb sleep, the past of sleep is slept. So all these verbs, Junior 4, should be memorized. Should be memorized, okay? I should read them every day for once or twice to memorize them. Okay? Let's practice. Here, fill in the gaps with the right form of the verb. Daisy dots some chocolate. Okay, we will turn the verbs into the past. Okay. Daisy brings some chocolate. Okay, what's the past of bring? If you memorize, bring is an irregular verb. So I can't add d or ed or id or ied. The past of bring is brought. The past of bring is brought. So I will write here brought. So it will be Daisy brought some chocolate. Okay, here. I dots here and you sung on the radio. The past of hear is heard. Okay? Also the verb hear is an irregular verb. So it will be I heard and you sung on the radio. Number 3, Peter read 3 books last week. So, what is the past of read? Okay, the past of read is read as it is. Also, read is and so it will be, we didn't enjoy the film. Okay, number 2. Mom cooked pasta yesterday. Correct. Here, what's the mistake? Can I say Mom cooked pasta yesterday? This is an action in the past, so the verb must be in the past form. So it will be Mom cooked pasta yesterday. Okay, so it will be Mom cooked pasta yesterday. Here, Junior 4, number 3. Pam came home yesterday. Ask, and here ask means what? Ask means make a question. Ask means make a question. And here, what is the word that I underline it? It is yesterday. So yesterday is what? Yesterday is a place or is a time or is something. So yesterday is time, of course. So when I want to ask about time, I use when. When I want to ask about time, I use when. So I will write here when, and after the question word I put did. After the question word I put did, and I will complete my question as it is. When did Pam come? I will put the verb in the infinitive form, home. And don't forget the question mark because it is a question. Number 4. We went to the park. Ask, and here I will ask about what? To the park. What is to the park? To the park is a place. So when I want to ask about place, I use where, and after the question word I put did, and I will complete my question. So where did we will become you. Where did you go? I will put the verb in the infinitive form, and don't forget the question mark. So it will be where did you go? Number 5, it didn't rain a lot. Correct. Here, what's the mistake? We have said that after didn't the verb comes in the, yes, very good, the verb comes in the infinitive. So it will be, it didn't rain. It didn't rain. I will put the verb in the what? In the infinitive. It didn't rain a lot. Number 6. I received a letter from Terry, and here he wants me to turn it into negative. So in the negative I use didn't, and after didn't the verb becomes in the infinitive. So I will write what? I didn't receive a letter from Terry. Okay. Number 7. Did Anne study French? And here is a yes or no question, and here the answer begins with yes. So I will write yes, she did. Yes, she did. The last one, Paul traveled to France by plane. And here also he wants to make a question. He wants me to make a question. And here he asks about what? He asks about the way. He asks about the way of traveling. If I want to ask about the way of doing something, I will use how. So I will write how, and after the question word I will put did. How did Paul travel to France? And also don't forget the question mark. So how did Paul travel? I put the verb into the infinitive form to France. Okay, Junior 4, this was our grammar lesson today, and I hope that you understand it. Thank you, and see you later.